As one of Israel's biggest West Bank military operations in years continued for a second day, the Israeli army alleges that the operation in the camp is against terror infrastructure.
This operation is only against the terror infrastructure inside Jenin camp. It's not an invasion. It's not against the Palestinian Authority. It's not against the Palestinian forces. It's only against the infrastructure and terrorists inside the Jenin camp. This is what it is.
The operation, which the army said was aimed at destroying infrastructure and weapons of militant groups in the Jenin refugee camp, was launched with a drone strike in the early hours of Monday, and over 1,000 troops have been deployed. Israeli forces have since begun to withdraw. The Palestinian Health Ministry says a Palestinian wounded during the clashes died overnight, and another body was found this morning, bringing the death toll to 10, including 3 children. Around 100 more people are wounded. The Palestinian Red Crescent says it has evacuated over 500 families from inside the Jenin refugee camp. Some 14,000 people live inside the camp, which has been one of the focal points of a wave of violence that has swept the West Bank for more than a year, drawing growing international alarm.
We are alarmed at the scale of air and ground operations that are taking place in Jenin and continuing today in the West Bank, and especially on airstrikes hitting a densely populated refugee camp. This is the second operation in Jenin involving airstrike within 2 weeks.
Earlier today, a Hamas militant rammed his car into a crowded Tel Aviv bus stop and began stabbing people, wounding 8.
Individual rammed his car into civilians in a populated area of Tel Aviv, managing to injure 7 civilians. He got out of his vehicle and began trying to stab the civilians that were around him.
One person who witnessed the attack said, as soon as he exited through the window, he came right out of the window, not through the door, like in a movie, with a knife in hand. He started chasing civilians. Then you understand it's an attack. We ran for our lives. A bystander shot and killed the attacker. Palestinian armed groups claimed the attack was revenge for the Israeli military offensive. The fighting further underlying once more the lack of any sign of a political solution to the decades-long conflict.